Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round one of the House of Cards Reign of Jafar Set Championship. I am going to be your commentary for the day. My name is Jose, better known on the internet as Cardboard Castle, and we are joining round one, game one in progress. This is Ash versus Fluffco, Alric Benitez and Ashton Benitez, both of them, husband and wife. Alric to the lower half of your screen, Ash on the top with the Steel Song. Bit of a technical issue has us set back a little bit here. That's why we're joining this game in progress. Looks like Ash hits the Storm Rage on, clears up that bell. And digs off the aerial, finding the Strength of a Raging Fire. Alric running the Blurple is an interesting choice here. We have both their deck lists in front of us. And again, apologize if the stream's a little choppy at the moment. He said we've had a little bit of a technical issue earlier on, delaying us, and we will continue to correct that throughout the day. Shipping the turn back to Alric. Only a Popsicle on board. I'm going to carefully weigh out these options here. He is ahead in the lower race again. It's a narrow lead, 2 to nothing. Still not really close to that 20 though, that he will need to close out this game. Okay, we're still on Ash's turn here. She quests for 2, plays a Pete and passes over. And again, this is a fun matchup because it is husband and wife. Cracks the Popsicle, plays the Tamatoa, recycle those. And Ash will play another 2-drop Cindy. Inking of Rapunzel. Play the Strength of a Raging Fire off of a Naveen. Again, we do apologize for the feed. It seems to be cutting in and out here a little bit. Ash has jumped out to an 8 lure position here. See Alric with the big blue Hades on board. Ash thinking about what to play. Again, with our backs up against rotation in Lorcana, there will be some of these cards disappearing, at least for now, until we have a full list of reprints in the set 9 Fabled. But as of right now, we do not know if we'll be seeing a reprint of Mr. Smee, Lawrence, the small Cinderella you see there on board. Or we've got confirmed no reprint for A Whole New World. Alric playing a Friends on the other side, seeing that with Hades. No, hard cast that. Apologize. Quest for 2. Going to 5. Playing a Tipo, inking the extra card. And passing through. Pete challenges into Hades. Playing Rapunzel to draw back off of that. Rapunzel gifted with healing, another card facing rotation. We don't know if it will be reprinted or not. We've already seen some downshifting in rarities that will allow former legendary cards to be reprinted at either super rare or rare levels, or they'll be downshifted from legendary to super rare, and super rares being downshifted to rares. Alric. Attempt to come here and grab those Popsicles off the Tamatoa, replay the Popsicle, drawing for some advantage here. Quest for one with the goat and pass the turn. Auric's deck a little more rotation resistant. Friends on the other side being a big one that may go Madam Mim, Fox, and Merlin Goat. And of course, if we do or do not see the reprint for the infamous one-drop Popsicles. We are still in game 1 of round 1 here at the House of Cards Reign of Jafar Set Championship. So glad you can join us on Twitch and or YouTube for Team Ohana for the streaming event. Again, we'd like to say a big thank you to House of Cards for being one of the sponsors for Team Ohana. keeping us up and running with not only just general support, but also providing a place for us to play, practice, and generally have a good sense of community. So we really appreciate House of Cards for all they do for us. Ash is going to motion into taking out the goat, Maryland goat with Pete, trade there, and going to quest for 3 to 12. 4. Rapunzel quest for 2, so that goes to 12. That's good math. And ship the turn to Alric. He plays a Monstro down. He's going to go ahead and rush that into takes out Rapunzel with it. Readies him back and starts cleaning house. And there's Monstro again. Again, able to attack over and over due to his abilities. Kind of a fun little loop there you can have with Monstro. Taking out any character. He has Rush. If you don't know, he's a 6/8, has Rush, and you can choose to discard a card to ready him, although he won't be able to quest, but that's not the point. The point of him is to do what he just did and kind of take advantage of being able to clear out a bunch of already exerted characters on board. Before he passes his turn, he does quest up to 12 as well, with that evasive Genie and Tamatoa. And Tipo as well, back there in the backfield. This game is knotted up as can be. Ash playing the whole new world there, singing it off of Ariel. Not afraid to trade into that monster if we have to. Weighing some optionals on the ink. And Ash drops a Mr. Smee. Nice little 2-drop 2 quester. And quest for 2 with Lawrence, going to 14. Shipping the turn over to Alric, Fluffco. Quick on the ink decision, Alric is. And running Tamatoa in to take out Lawrence. Immediately healing that off, removing the damage with Bell. It's the Bell Accomplished Mystic. And shipping it over to Smee for taking that out. Bounce off the Fox and cleans up house. Blurple having this kind of mid-range late game control strategy. Not sure how much the Whole New World hindered Auric more than it may have helped them more than hindered, rather. But I think just hand disruption was just the name of the game at the moment for that move. $15 lore on board for Auric. Game pending if Ash doesn't have an answer. And she gives a concession. We're going to game 2. Auric takes game 1 with the Blurple mid-range control. Mid-range control, a little bit of a oxymoron, but I mean, the best way to describe this purple setup here. Game 2 coming up here. Ashton is going to be on the play here. Again, we apologize for the choppiness of the stream. There's something that needs to be corrected in between rounds here. We just don't want to do it and delay this round any further. They had already had a early delay. They show a little love to each other in between. Again, this is husband and wife, Ashton and Auric. And game 2 off and running. Auric cracking his Poseidon on his first turn to play out Bell, the apprentice inventor. Ships back. We see a Mr. Smee come down behind the one-drop singer, Cindy. Does she have a storm? Must not. Alric's going to sing Friends on the Other Side as it comes back to him. And we sail there as the right scene. He ships the turn back. Ariel coming down, digging for a song. She finds a bare necessities. Not always what you want to see, but it's something that can do what you want it to do in this situation. Able to Zeus the bell. Alric inks quickly. Hard casts the bell and ships the turn back. Again, we apologize if the video quality is a little choppy here. Again, we are going to be doing some review and assessing that during the intermission of the round. We just want to keep bringing you all the action. Ariel singing The Whole New World. Now, again, in the last game, we didn't see The Whole New World quite this early. It took a few more turns, and I think that let Alric be able to stabilize. It wasn't quite such the undercut as it normally is this early on. Ash is going to go ahead and quest out, going to 3. Go ahead and bounce that for a fox. Alric will, playing a popsicle. And popping that popsicle to play back the bell that he bounced for the fox. So a fun little loop there. Alex got running. Ash sings of Storm, taking out the fox. Ash quests to 5. Again, knowing that Alric can kind of get to the mid game, it's kind of where he's going to hit his stride. Inks down for a big Hades. Pops a Smean pass. Ash now has 1 extra ink to work with. Ramp, not normally the name of the game in Amber Steel. Ash with another whole new world. Off of the aerial there. The Spectacular Singer debut. Again, she's maybe debating if, like I said, if the wheel is helping or hurting her right now. Plays a rhino. Another big Hades coming down for Alric, helping him clean the way a little bit. Popping that rhino immediately and turning it into ink. He's going to quest for 2 with the first one and ship the turn back. Ash still with a whole new world in hand, but again, also looks like Rapunzel gifted with healing. And discards the Rapunzel to Namari. That's Namari's single-minded rifle. 2 of those in Ashton's deck. A personal favorite card. I've enjoyed that one since its debut here in the Reign of Jafar. Mr. Smee to follow that up. And Ariel sings the whole new world. Gonna fuel that Namari. And singing Strength of Raging Fire on a Hades. Clearing up 1. Getting a lot of the momentum back here. Again, this is the point when Alric wants to be starting to slow down the game plan of Steel Song and kind of get into a crawl. But instead, the board is getting bigger and bigger. And Namari, not sure how strong she is at this point, what her strength is, but she is quite the imposing body there. Again, for every card in your discard, Namari gets +1 strength. So again, whole new world just feeding into that here. And Ash ships the turn back. After questing to 7, so Paulsicle to draw for Alric. No big sweepers in Alric's Amethyst and Sapphire deck. honestly, not a lot of combat tricks. He's wondering. He's calculating up how many turns he can let this pass without a real answer. Monstro being sort of the only reasonable option here for him. But again, that is a one of in his deck of 60. Bouncing Hades back with a Madam M Fox. Fox clearing out Ariel. Cracking that Paul Sickle that he had on board to play a Bell Apprentice. Alric still pondering. Where you go from here? She's going to motion to play another Aerial Spectacular Singer. Looks at those top 4 cards. Can reveal a song. Will she reveal a song, though, is the important question. She does find one. It's and along came maybe. Yep, she spoiled for choice, maybe? No. Just wants to grab the Along Came Zeus. Gonna go ahead and clean up the Bell and Bell. And passing back to turn here. See what Alric can come up with. He's down 8 lore still. And the board is clean. Again, not where you want to be with the Amethyst Sapphire package. Playing a big Hades. Bouncing that back with the Fox. Taking out Naveen and still that big body Namari on board. Swings unbelievably hard at this point. Good thing this is not a combat-based game. Ash with the advantage. She's just trying to make sure she doesn't give it up by playing into this too hard. She knows that there's another Hades in hand. Inking, let the storm rage on for Rhino and a Lawrence. No fear of going wide here. Plays Naveen with a whole new world. So she gets rid of a Genie, that problematic Hades. This is a little bit of a gamble for Ash, but it's one you got to be willing to take at this point. Just shifts the Rhino. No, it doesn't shift the Rhino. Apologies. Just plays one behind it. That's a Troubadour, actually, not another Rhino. Ready to sing all these songs. In quest to 13. Plays the Hades to go ahead and get rid of the threatening Namari. And we will pick it up, and we're going to game 3. Ash taking the victory there. So this is going to be the rubber match between the husband and wife, Alric and Ashton Benitez.